On that note, what's Coach Andrews like in the weight room when he's got you guys working out?
Yeah, Coach Andrews is awesome as far as just his knowledge and wisdom for recovery, and then obviously just getting us right physically. And I think as a strength coach, a lot of things that people don't look at is the mental aspect, and he does a great job of making sure that we turn off and regenerate ourselves for big practice, for post practice, stuff like that. I feel like those are the little things that he brought with him and his staff for our culture here. So we love him.
What's he done to I asked Gordon just too, what's he done to Hunter's body?
Yeah. No, he's transformed, Hunter and all the other freshman quarterbacks that have been here over the past year. Losing that body fat, gaining the right muscle, and then just making him explosive. Hunter looks, a lot more explosive when he runs and rolls out of the pocket and stuff. Obviously, the arm strength looks even better. So those are the little things, that Coach Andrews has provided for Hunter, and you can just see it on the field every day at practice. So,
what are some things he needs to? I mean, obviously he needs to work on a lot, but what are some things that you're particularly working with him?
Yeah, just his growth from last year till now, knowing the plays, being comfortable in the pocket. Those are things that you see at practice. Like, you could just see a night and day difference. I think obviously last year in the fall, getting some reps at practice helped, and then in the games. But then he had a big spring ball, a really big step in that case. And then obviously here at practice every day, he's gotten so much better. Just having poise, standing back there, understanding what defenses are doing. Where before he was trying to learn the playbook, go out there and just run the play. Where now he's starting to understand situational football and stuff like that. So making a big step.
I asked Gordon what he thought it meant to the offense and to the team in general to have a fourth-year starter at quarterback, and one that a lot of people would argue is the best in school history. And I guess, what's your sense of that as the person we're talking about?
Yeah, no, man, I don't know. Just going into my fourth year, just knowing my teammates, knowing who can do what, understanding what I have to do in our offense with such great talent around me, who's calling the plays. I'm going into my third year with Coach Manning, and I understand how he's calling plays. And the stuff that we've put into the playbook this offseason has been, awesome. I love it. It's right up my alley. And, going out to practice and just repping out, the new stuff, just it feels great. And Coach Manning and I are on the same page right now, and as well as Coach Campbell. So we're really excited, but that's my mindset going in to, my fourth year.
Do you feel that guys are leaning on you more than before, looking to you more than before?
Yeah, I feel like that was the case a couple years ago. They wanted a guy and they needed a guy in this program, and obviously I wanted to be that guy for them. And so I felt like there was a lot of pressure and stuff from my teammates, like, hey, I got to make plays, I got to do this and that. Where now it's like, hey, yeah, they expect me to be the quarterback and do the right thing, but there's no added pressure. Like, they know what I'm going to do for them, and I know what they're going to do for me. So that's really how we look at it, and we all have a great relationship and trust in one another, I think, more than really anybody else in the country, if you ask me. So
why isn't there that added pressure? Why did that go away?
Yeah.
Is that a you thing, or is that?
No, I think it goes both ways. I think last year we learned a lot as far as hey, this is what I need to do in the offense. Where before, when I first started playing, it's like I gotta make a spark in the offense. I gotta make big plays. Every single play, I gotta go deep or score a touchdown. Like, that was my mentality, and I feel like the guys on the team sort of look to me to do that kind of stuff, where now it's like, hey, we all understand, we're going to drive down the field, we're going to do this and that, and the play calls, they know what I have to do in the play, I know what they have to do. And so I think we've all matured for sure. Like, the older guys that I've played with for a while, they don't expect anything crazy out of me. They understand that I'm going to do my job where I'm at in my career. So that's just how it is.
Excluding last year's pandemic, what does this team have to do better to get better starts, have a better September,
yeah,
for example? I know I get what happened in Louisiana.
I think for as cheesy as it sounds, having a good fall camp, over summer we're here together, we've been training and doing installs together even in the summer, and so now in fall camp it's like, all right, all that preparation and training with the offense and being together, we're going to see how it is. And so literally I think having a really hot fall camp from beginning to end is really crucial as far as going into the first game, because you have camp for 2 weeks, and then you have a week of practice and then game week. So I feel like the years past, I'm not going to lie, like, I feel like we were just a roller coaster as an offense in fall camp, and then we go out to the first game and it's like, shoot, we're trying to find out who we are as an offense, who can do what, where now we understand who can do what at an early age in fall camp this year. So I think that's big as far as having early success early in the year.
That being said, how's fall camp going for you?
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. I think this is probably one of the best fall camps we've had yet since I've been here as an offense. As far as the maturity we have, the leadership, everybody knows what to expect. Where before, years past, it's like certain guys trying to get everyone going. Like literally everyone steps up. We have so many leaders. It's like, dang, like sometimes you got to step back and let someone else step up and lead and learn to do that kind of stuff, which is a good thing where we're at. So this has been one of the best fall camps as far as the offense goes. Defense looks great as well. I know today, we're doing 2-minute drills, and I mean, dude, we're just grinding away. Defense is making plays, offense is making plays. It's like, wow, we have so much maturity and talent across the board, and we have so much depth. So we're really excited about that. We have to finish this thing off the right way, but I love where we're at so far.
You're practicing ones-on-ones.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
when you first got here, you weren't doing that, is that
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
How do you like that?
I love it.
You're going against him every day.
Yeah, Speedy. Yeah, exactly. No, Speedy, dude, he's a lockdown corner. Every time I look out there, I'm like, all right, I should probably go to Ant's side, but but
Go
later,
to one-on-ones.
yeah. But yeah, the one or before, it's first O against second D versus vice versa. But right now, man, I'm going against an All-American linebacker in Mike Rose, Orion Vance, Jake Hummel, and then all the talented DBs, in the D line. Like, to be able to go against them every single day and almost all the drills, literally, it just helps each other out. Like, I can make changes, they can make changes, and it's more of like a mental game at this point. Like, hey, we're trying to do this, they're going to check to that. All right, now we got to check out of that. And, like, that's what I love, just the competitive part, because there's so much maturity on that side of the ball. Where before, you can get away with, playing against, the guys that don't have as much experience. But literally every rep you have to be locked in to what you're doing, the little things, because if you pay attention to those little things in that rep, that's going to be the difference in winning it. And it goes for both sides, offense and defense.
What's it like? Coach Campbell always preaches simplicity, and I know when you're young that probably seems like a hard thing to grasp because everything, you're taking it in.
Yeah.
Now that you've been around a long time, what does it mean to you to have that, to know that if I prepare exactly like I'm supposed to, everything is simple and I don't have to be worrying or thinking about stuff?
Yeah, I feel like that also brings out confidence, because a lot of times guys go out, into a game or something like that, and they have a lot of like fake confidence, hey, I'm going to do this, but they didn't prepare the right way for that point and for the heat of the moment. And so Coach has been preaching that since day one, and I feel like guys get that on our team, because, we're up here in fall camp, early in the morning, late at night. And then when Coach cuts us loose, you go up in the meeting rooms and you got position, like everyone's back in their position rooms on their own, going through plays and everything like that, because we want to do everything we can to be ready when our moment comes on Saturdays. And so we have a lot of leadership, maturity in that sense. Guys get it. And if you prepare from Monday all the way through Saturday or Friday before the game, man, I mean, you go out there and you have confidence, and then the game slows down. The guys where the game is fast for them, it's usually they're not studying, they're not doing the little things right throughout their schedule and throughout their week, and they're not ready for that kind of stuff, and things aren't simple for them. That's what Coach has been preaching. That's what it means to us.
You touched on the mental game, not only in terms of games, but also with Coach Andrews, all the things you do behind the scenes. Where have you grown the most in that area? Because you've been an open book with us all these times, weight of the world I felt was on my shoulders, I was worried about this or that.
Yeah.
Where are you at, I guess, to a point where you're just, that stuff's completely behind you,
Yeah. No, I feel like, Coach Andrews, Coach Hillman, all those kind of guys, everything was about, turning off. I've been my whole life, I got to prepare, I got to do, I got to always be going, to be good on Saturdays or to be ready. That's how I talk to myself. Where these guys really taught me, hey, you put in the work when you're here and everything. Obviously, when you go home, do what you got to do, but you got to have some turn-off time, to be able to step away, enjoy, who you are and what you're doing in life. I feel like that's helped me tremendously. Coach Andrews helped me out, Coach Freddie Walker. I mean, the list goes on in that strength staff. They always give me little bits and pieces to be, who I am outside of football. And I feel like that's made the difference. Before I was always stressed out. I'm not doing enough, where, hey, you are doing enough. You got to be able to take a breather when it's right, in the right time, in the right moment. So I feel like that's where I've grown, probably from freshman year till now.
When is the last time you were actually a real college student? You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I mean, was you were social?
Yeah.
And what did you do? I mean.
Yeah, no, I actually have like.
Randy's looking for the text next time.
No, I mean, I go out to, church events and stuff like that and see some students, but, as far as being social and being out, really the most social stuff I've done was, going to class and seeing students and stuff like that. And that was
And that's
early
since you've
2000.
been here. That was
Yeah.
pre-
Yeah,
pandemic.
100%. Yeah, so other than that, man, it's really just been football, my teammates, and pouring into them, so, yeah.
When we've asked Campbell about what's next for Brock, I want to say for the last couple of years, he's always talked about being an offensive coordinator on the field, whether it's calling plays or knowing not just what the play is, but why
Yeah.
calling that play.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you are in that evolution? I guess?
Yeah, I know you guys want to hear the answer of he's in his 4th year and he can check out of stuff and things like that. Like, it's the truth. Like, right where I am, I studied so hard, this offseason with Gordon, Manning, Coach Campbell, as far as just football knowledge and IQ. And so, like, right now, this is the most confident and comfortable I've been in our offense every single play. And then what the defense is running, like, I see it better than I ever have. And so that's where I'm at. As far as going out and checking every play, I'm not going to do that. I still trust in what Manning's calling and everything. That's just how we are as an offense. And I feel like in every play that he calls, there's an answer to whatever we get, Sometimes that's not the case, and then, we got to check it. I feel comfortable doing that. But I have so much faith in, the play calls that are coming in and everything. They do a great job with it. So.
Speaking of faith, do you have more faith in this offensive line maybe than you've had?
100%. Yeah.
They've been there?
Yeah. Yeah. These guys have a bunch of experience, and I'm talking 1s and 2s, right? We've had a bunch of guys that are playing, that have played, and just at practice and stuff, being able to drop back, go through my reads, and not get touched. Like, where before, sometimes I always had this mindset, like, hey, there might be someone coming, I got to get ready to roll out. Like, that hasn't been the case so far. So they've done a great job. They're still working at it, and I'm ready to roll with them. So.
It's a bigger picture question. What's it like for you, like under normal circumstances, you'd be going into this year knowing it's your last, but you have another year in your back pocket if you want it. How do you approach that?
Yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time. As far as it goes for me, I'm treating it like it's my senior year. Been here 4 years. I want to go out with a bang as it being my last year. If anything happens, I have an extra year of eligibility, but my mindset is, this is my senior year. So that's where.
Question for Brock.
Yeah.
Coach Gordon mentioned something called competitive endurance. What is that?
Oh, yeah, it's like a term that Coach Manning, has brought to the offense. Competitive endurance, doing the little things right over and over, being consistent in your daily habits, and obviously when we're out in the field at practice. And again, the past couple of years we've had these practices in fall camp where you're good, then you're not good, you're good. So competitive endurance is being consistent, throughout all these days, doing the right things. Are you studying the right way? Are you up there just watching film? Or are you actually looking at what you need to be watching? Are you going to the weight room on time? Are you late? Are you sleeping in? Are you staying up late? Like, little things like that. I think that's what separates us from, wins and losses here at Iowa State. Coach always says the margin for error is small, and I feel like a competitive endurance is literally what we need to be focusing on as an offense, defense, and the whole team. So.